far as like me being a grad transfer, but truly being able to come here and play ball. Like I said, the coaches knew exactly that's all I've been focused on since I got here. And I don't know, it's definitely crazy to kind of just understand where I'm at a little bit. Like I said, I was at Michigan State, things weren't as pretty. You know what I'm saying? I definitely believe somewhere, somehow that I was better than what I was then than what I am now. But to be in this position, I mean, I can't be more thankful than the opportunity that I have, and I'm just taking it full on before it's over.
That pass deflection that you had where it was like a game of some sort.
Oh, yeah.
And then you like chased several yards down the line of scrimmage. Like what's going through your head when that's unfolding? Or just reacting?
I want to say I'm mainly a reactive player. Like I was just telling my guy over there, I don't necessarily do a lot of game plans. Like I don't try to have I'm gonna do this move against this guy, I'm gonna do this and that. I really like reacting because I used to be a wrestler, so I feel like I kind of have that, you know, that little instinct thing. But usually it's always do my job first. I gotta do my job first. And I remember as I was getting to the spot, my job was closed, and I was like, I almost had a brain fart. Like, what am I supposed to be doing? But the quarterback kept rolling out, and I knew I had contained either way. So my job, or at least is in my head, split-second decision was just to stay in front of him. I knew we had a guy coming. I didn't know if he was there or not, but I knew my specific job was at least to stay in the face of the quarterback, cause whatever type of disruption on the pass as best as I can. But I remember as I was looking up and the quarterback started to roll out, I remember seeing Elijah running. So I was like, hey, hurry up, because I don't want him to beat me on the edge. I can do my best, but, you know, obviously defensive lineman against a quarterback, they always don't get the edge. So, I mean, I was just trying to stay in front of him as long as I could. But moments like that, though, I do a good job of not panicking. You know what I'm saying? Our coaches, they practice us hard. They push us very hard during the week. So we get situations like that during the game. It's more so about the whole, you know what I'm saying, staying poised, staying calm, and understanding it's just all about doing your job.
When you guys got that first goal line, fourth down stop, it seemed like you guys were so energized by that. Did that just sort of like give you that extra boost that maybe helped you through the rest of everything?
Right. Honestly, I think everyone was just more so surprised. I mean, not surprised. I think we were all just so ecstatic that the fact that, like, we knew that we had to stand on ground. You know what I'm saying? We had to stand on our own business and, you know what I'm saying, represent who we were. Again, we got embarrassed the week before. And them trying to go for it on fourth downs that early in the game, we was like, all right, now, like, let's chill out. Like, y'all can at least warm up and then try to go for that later. But they was trying to do that. And I remember I kind of looked at a couple of my guys. I'm like, bro, they got me messed up. Like, it's the first quarter. They already going for it. I'm like, we better get a stop down. Like I said, it was just all about, guys, y'all see what's trying to happen. It's the first quarter. Like, let's drop our nuts and get it done. Like, who they? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's literally all it was. That's all the message was. Like, don't think too much. Just handle what you got to handle. And like I said, I remember we had got out of the huddle right before that, and our coach was like, "Are they serious?" And we were just like, we looked at each other, and we were just like, "Bet, like, come on." And we got off the field, we stopped them, and that's really where all the excitement came from. And how dare you try to, like, just disrespect us that early in the game? Like, we didn't come in there and try to disrespect y'all. We wasn't playing dirty. We wasn't taunting. We wasn't doing anything like that. So we really took the fourth down that early as disrespect. And I'm glad we responded the way we responded. And that kind of carried on because then we had some grit to us throughout the whole game. Like, don't ever do that again. And then they tried it. And it was just like, nah.
You guys have been kind of pissed off about what happened at Utah.
And I'm not to sit here and say, you know what I'm saying, I'm not trying to not give them their flowers. Utah is a phenomenal program, and they have been forever. You know what I'm saying? I would actually love to play for them. I would wonder, you know, what the techniques they teach on D-line that's different than what I would know. But then again, they humiliated us, and that's just facts. We all understand that. And to us, it was just like, I mean, we're all alpha males trying to be, you know what I'm saying, some type of dominant guy. And for us to all feel like some K's out, that was pretty bad. So like I said, going against UCLA, it wasn't that it was UCLA. It just so happened that they were the next team on the schedule, and we just took it out on them, and that's all it was.
Oregon they're so balanced in what they do, and they can put up big numbers.
Right.
Just the magnitude of that challenge, how do you feel about it?
I mean, I feel like we're all looking forward to the challenge. Like I said, we all understand who Oregon is. They've been the same program for I don't know how long. I remember being in middle school watching the exact same stuff. The fast options, the pitches, the bet, like a great quarterback, great O-line, like the whole 9 yards, everything. And I think instead of being like more of a fanboy, I got to understand, like, dang, I'm actually be able to play in this game. And I think it's just for everybody too. Like I said earlier, the seniors, we all understand that we've been playing football for quite some time now. Football is football at the end of the day. So we got to get out of the mode of it being more of a hype thing. We got to get out of Oregon being ranked number 6. We got to get out of them smacking other opponents probably week in and week out. And we got to understand that it's a game. It's going to be at 2 o'clock, one play at a time. And when the clock hits 0-0, don't have no regrets. That's the best I can say.
Coach Amy said in the recruiting process that you guys sort of cried and hugged together. How's your relationship been? Can you tell me a little bit about that situation, and then how has the relationship evolved since then?
Yeah, no, so when I got here for a visit, literally first night, you know what I'm saying, I think we got here kind of late, and they had us at the hotel, me, my mom, dad, Coach Amy, and Coach Ward, and you could tell they was tired. They was recruiting, doing all that stuff all day, and like I said, we flew in late, and we just got to talking about football, and talk about my story a little bit, and then my dad, as you know, he just got to talking, showing them stuff from like when I was in high school, and then Coach Amy had asked, like, well, why'd you put on so much weight at Michigan State if you used to play like this? And I think at the time, you know what I'm saying, I was just maturing a little bit more in life. I kind of was definitely understanding myself, and I was way more aware of my emotions at the time. And I don't know, he asked me that question, and it was kind of like a flashback type of thing. Like, I remember going through all the weight transformations. I remember how hard it was. I remember being in the locker room, not wondering like what the heck I'm gonna do and stuff like that at Michigan State. And it was like now that I had just realized, like, dang, he just asked me that question. A brand new coach that I'm possibly about to play for. It sounded like he cared. And I don't know, like, man, it just hit me that, like he saw me, I guess, within that moment. Like, that was the first time, I guess, like, Coach asked me, like, a genuine question. I'm not trying to sit here and say I'm an emotional guy, but I'm a personal dude. And for him to ask that question, and then obviously for me, I knew how hard it was to even lose the weight. And for him to sit there and acknowledge that before really even talking about football, I don't know, I think that just kind of sparked interest in me to where it's like, man, he actually kind of, like, cared. Like, that was cool. But then, you know, he told me right away that he never wanted me to change. And that's where the whole being free thing kind of keeps coming from, about me wanting to be like that, because, you know, he likes who I am. You know, he likes the way that I did, I mean, with my body and who I am now today. And I don't know, I was just emotional because I felt within that moment I knew I was going to commit. And I felt like I really started crying because I didn't really feel anything, no disrespect toward Michigan State. Like, obviously, I feel like I left on good terms, you know what I'm saying? I'm not sitting here bashing no coach, no player. I'm not sitting here talking crap about nobody or the organization. I'm truly grateful they brought me in. But it was like, at the time, maturing into my own man, I really felt like I was lifting a whole bunch of weight off my shoulders and starting something new. And the way Coach Amy was just, you know, how we were talking, you know, the eye contact we were sharing and stuff like that, I just knew I was going to be here. And this will possibly be a place where, you know what I'm saying, I could be free and do great things. And I'm just happy that I've been living up to that. So, you know, that first night was definitely something special, and I will always forget that. I mean, I will always remember that. I will never forget that. I will always remember that. I told him that actually after the game. We was on the plane after UCLA, and I told him that. Like, I gave you my heart, and I remember crying to you, bro. Like, I'll never forget that. Like, I appreciate you bringing me here for the opportunity, really.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
No problem. Thank you so much.